so well known for everything in philanthropy. How did you become involved with it to begin with, and how did you begin studying it?
It's kind of an interesting twist for me that I have come to be known a bit in philanthropy, because I didn't set out in any way to think that this was an important topic for me. I came in through a kind of side door. So what happened is the following. I had been a public school teacher before going to grad school. I went to a grad school of education. I was then a scholar as an assistant professor writing about education. And I'd had my first child, who then went to public school in Palo Alto, where I was renting an apartment. And the first day of school for him, he came home with all these materials, and then one thing that was sent home to the parents was that Palo Alto had an expected but voluntary charitable contribution to support your child's education. And it was more than $1,000.
Oh my gosh.
And I couldn't believe it as a parent. So I put my hat on as a scholar and thought, but Palo Alto can raise so much more money than a relatively poor place could, or a big city could. Mm-hmm. And so I was going to collect a bunch of data about the phenomenon of private fundraising for public schools. And it was going to show just what I suggested. It didn't seem like any rocket science insight. But I discovered that when you give money to the Palo Alto schools, you're giving it to a school foundation that's a 501c3 public charity, or the Booster Club, or the parent-teacher organization. So as a 501c3, parents can take tax deductions for donating to public charities. So I thought to myself, oh wait, the federal government is subsidizing, through the loss of tax revenue, the donations of wealthy parents in Palo Alto to support their own kids' education. Where did 501c3 come from? Where did tax incentives for charitable giving come from? Are they old, new? Other countries don't have 501c3. That's an American thing. Does the nonprofit sector exist in the same way in other places? I mean, those are the kinds of questions I started asking when I went looking in a bunch of political science and philosophy literature, and really didn't find too much to read. So I thought, I think I have a new topic here, and I'll write about this big picture phenomenon of philanthropy in democratic societies.